What's going on, guys? Midwest Tokusatsu here, and welcome to another news coverage video. Now, this week's going to be a bit of a short one because there's not much coming from each series right now, so there's only like one bit of Power Rangers news this week. The bulk of it's going to be Kamen Rider, no Sentai, and then like one piece of Ultraman news to cap it off. So, let's get into it. So starting off, we have some Boom Comics news for their announcements for their two new Power Rangers series, Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers, coming in November, and the announcement was officially made by Diamond Comic Distributors on Twitter. I'll provide the link, and they are quoted as saying, "The original Power Rangers go up against their Mighty Morphin counterparts in an epic adventure for the longtime fans and new readers. Two new series, two new teams, the Unlimited Power Ranger era begins here." So I've got a couple of questions about this one, because obviously this is going to involve the original Mighty Morphin team and then the Omega Rangers. And I think this is the one that's going to involve the new Green Ranger as well. So I'm wondering, like, which side the Omega Rangers are going to be considered a part of, because I'd imagine that they would just be the Power Rangers, because Mighty Morphin is just, specifically just Mighty Morphin. So it makes the most sense that they would be considered the Power Rangers part of this story, because that could be applied to anyone. But anyway, it's set for a November release date, and I'm really excited to see this because, for the most part, we know that Necessary Evil kind of played off of some elements of Season 2, right? And then the Omega Rangers came in and kind of threw a wrench in that. But now, like, this is like a whole new team dynamic and setup, because we've never had the White Ranger and Green Ranger, like, on the same, well, you could say on the same team, but, like, we've never had them together, like, at the same time, unless you count, the Tommy clone episode, but that's a completely different story. But we have no idea like what's going to happen next with this, because we don't have anything to go off of, like, show wise, that gives us any clues or like any elements, so to speak, for them to play off of. So let's wait and see what they have. I mean, are you excited? Like, let me know in the comments section down below, and like, let's just have a discussion. So moving into Kamen Rider, we have some rather sad news this week, as actress Ashina Sei, known for her role in Kamen Rider Hibiki as Hime Makamo, she has passed away due to unknown causes at this time. And this news is coming from jhero.com on Facebook. And they say that the police are rushing to investigate her cause of death. So I haven't seen Hibiki myself, but this is still sad to hear, because this is part of the show's legacy nonetheless. And also, to pass away at age 36, like, that's really young to, like, just, you have so much life left at that age, so much more to give. Because, I mean, we just heard about Chadwick not that long ago either, and, I don't know, 2020 has just sucked as far as celebrity deaths go, because I know, like, other things have happened too, but just, like, that's just been a big factor as to why this year has sucked too. But my condolences go out to her family, friends, and even acquaintances, like just those that are impacted the most by this. But moving into some better news, so as we know, next year, the Kamen Rider franchise will be celebrating its 50th anniversary milestone. Like, that's a huge milestone to celebrate. So Toei has already started prepping for what they're going to be doing as far as celebrations next year, and just this week they came out with a banner displaying like all the, what do you call them, like Rider compound eyes, like just in a circle, and then in the middle it's got the number 50 with Ichigo's helmet in the number 0 with the Kamen Rider logo, the English logo, mind you, right under the helmet, and then right below that it says since 1971. So this is really an awesome logo, I've got to say. And at first, like, it took me a minute to like kind of like identify all the eyes, because some of them I couldn't make out quite at first, just because like most of them just look so samey. So, like, most of them are just round or oval-shaped bug eyes. But I think I figured it out. So if you start from the bottom, like right after what's obviously Saber, if you go clockwise, you start with Ichigo, Nigo, V3, Riderman, X, Amazon, Stronger, Sky Rider, Super 1, Z-Cross, Black RX, Shin, Zeto, J, Kuga, Akito, Yuki, Fies, Blade, Hibiki, Kabuto, Den-O, Kiba. I had to do that. I'm sorry. Okay. So, Decade, Double, O's, Forze, Wizard, Gaim, Drive, Ghost, Xaid, Build, Go01, and Saber. So sorry if I sounded kind of slow there, but like I said, some of these are just hard to make out without seeing the actual helmet. But regardless, when it comes to the 50th anniversary, I am just so excited to see what they do next year, and whatever they do, I hope that they have the American fans involved, because the 50th anniversary is not something to be taken lightly, and hopefully they'll tap more into their international market. So next we have a new form for 01 for his new movie coming out in December, and this is coming from ukiac.weebly.com. And this is titled Kamen Rider 01, the movie Kamen Rider 01, Hell Rising Hopper revealed. And it reads, Toei has unveiled a new Kamen Rider 01 form for the upcoming Kamen Rider 01, the movie. In the upcoming film, Aruto transforms into Kamen Rider 01, Hell Rising Hopper, as he will fight the new enemy, Kamen Rider Eden. So I believe that's the one we saw at the end of the last episode for 01, but we'll see. What makes it interesting is that the enemy's name, Kamen Rider Eden, means paradise, while 01's new form represents hell. How did Aruto obtain this new form? That is for us to find out, as Kamen Rider 01, the movie, is set for a December 18th release. So it's got the form pictured here in the article, and there's not really much to say about it because it looks like a shining assault hopper, just painted crimson red, honestly. It's nothing new that we haven't seen before, so I want to say I'm excited for it, but I'm not really excited. The movie, new 01 content, that's always a good thing, but just the form itself is just not blowing me away, So Hell Rising Hopper, look out for it in the new movie coming December 18th. So this next news comes as kind of a surprise because it's a new project for Kamen Rider Gaim, and we haven't really had anything Gaim related since the Gaim Gaiden movies. At least to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But this article also comes from ukiac.weebly.com, and it's titled, New Kamen Rider Gaim Project Announced. And it reads, the official Toei Tokusatsu fan club, TTFC, Twitter account announced that a new Kamen Rider Gaim project is in the works. This new Kamen Rider Gaim project will be streaming exclusively in the Toei Tokusatsu fan club app. Other details, such as its title and plot, are yet to be announced. In addition, the first 11 episodes of Kamen Rider Gaim will be streaming for free in said app. The last reported Kamen Rider Gaim spinoff was the Kamen Rider Zangetsu Gaim Gaiden, a stage play, which started its run in March 9th, 2019. Okay, so that was the last thing they did for it, so that's not that long ago, but still, it's a stage play. And I'm not sure if I really count something like that because it's not, made for TV or on video. So it was released in home video a few months later in October 9th, 2019. So it was released on video, but still, its original purpose was to be a stage play, so it's not really counted in my book. But as for anyone that will sub this new series, that's yet to be determined because, because even with Saber, that was kind of iffy as to whether or not someone was going to sub that too, other than TV Nihon, but that ended up not being the case because we have other subbers now. But the main thing about that was Overtime subs had opted out for whatever reason, so that left everyone kind of worried as to whether or not Saber would be subbed. So that kind of puts me on fence as to whether or not this will be subbed, but we'll see. So our last news is for Ultraman this week, and once again, this is coming from ukiac.weebly.com, and this is for Ultraman Z wrapping up filming, because as we know, the recent Ultra series, they only do about 25 episodes per season these days, so of course filming is going to be shorter. So the article is titled, Ultraman Z has wrapped up filming, and it reads, multiple cast members and staff of Ultraman Z revealed via their official Twitter accounts that the TV series has wrapped up filming. Actor Koshu Hirano, who plays Haruki Natsukawa / Ultraman Z suit actor Hideyoshi Iwata, I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names, and assistant director Tatsuya Okuno all announced that the filming for the series is wrapped up and posted a copy of the final episode script actress Rima Matsuda's, who plays Storage's Yoko Nakashima, revealed that the timetable of the last episode's filming, in which she stated that the Tokusatsu parts were filmed last September 12th, and the main parts were taken last September 13th. In Hirano's tweet, he thanked everyone for the hard work, and being involved in the series is a treasure. He also asked fans to look forward to later episodes and that the second half of the series is really fun. In Iwata's tweet, he revealed that unlike last year, shooting for the series stopped for 2 months, obviously, and is proud that they were able to finish it till the end. He dedicated the script to the show's story editor, Kota Fukihara, who passed away earlier this year, and I think I mentioned that too in one of my first videos from months ago. And finally, to wrap up the filming of the series, the show's sculptor, Keiji Masayuki, gave Savenger a Savenger statue that he sculpted. From all of us here, thank you for the hard work this past year, and we can't wait to see the second half of the series. So I know I can't wait to see what Ultraman Z has in store for the rest of its run, because so far it's been awesome from episode 1 to where we are now. I think episode 13, but episode 12 was definitely awesome because it gave a little more depth to Haruki's character, as he was kind of torn as to whether or not, if killing monsters is good or bad, because they have families too. So I definitely appreciate some of the deeper themes that this show has given us so far, and I can't wait to see what else they have as far as that goes in the later episodes too. So other than that, that's about all I have for you this week. So as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to like my Facebook page at Midwest Tokusatsu. We are also on Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. And this is your captain, signing out.